Death, when endless possibilities become choices made. It's frustrating, mysterious, and if you're a sack of meat and bones like me, it doesn't sound very fun. But in video games, death is just the beginning. And I'm gonna talk about that, while you, most likely, drop a massive shit. Mamma mia, oh no. Death Stranding isn't the only game about death, but it is the only game where you can punch a dude and soothe an infant with the same button.
That's okay.
So if you don't mind, we're gonna start right here. In 3, 2, just start the guitar already. Woo, is this game weird. You interact with an eclectic cast from Guillermo del Toro to Margaret Qualley. You step into the boots of Norman Reedus, boots which you have to manually replace throughout the game. And there's the stuff with the tube, baby. But I think what really makes it stand out, what makes Death Stranding more daring than a Doritos ad during the Super Bowl, is that you don't spend this game rescuing aliens or assassinating the president.
I need you to bring the president some morphine.
You're just some dude delivering packages? Man, what the hell? Because there is no job more noble than the delivery man. Who am I but to deny a Conan O'Brien seal hat? And because in Death Stranding's world, if you step outside, you're gonna die. Almost immediately.
Is that an otter on my head? Or am I just happy to see you?
The world was different when I was a kid.
There's 3 main reasons why the world of Death Stranding is so unbelievably fucked.
Hard to imagine it now.
Number 1, thanks to the Death Stranding, the dead are back, and oh boy, they're happy to be here.
Worlds of the living and the dead all mixed together.
Number 2, if not incinerated properly, your body goes big boom.
As you can see, the Death Stranding poked us full of holes. Fucked us beyond all recognition.
And number 3, if some characters die, they swim into a baby's mouth and get spit out on a beach. Trapped in a cycle of death, rebirth, saliva, and occasionally monster energy, using each failure to push further in an uncertain world. Almost like they're some sort of video game character.
So I'm Mario and you're Princess Peach.
Because for video game characters, death is just another day on the ranch.
Killing me won't solve nothing!
I mean, here's me dying as an adventure man. Here's me dying as a political activist. Here's my favorite character meeting some new best friends. Oh wait, please don't do that. Because that's kind of just what video game characters do. Nathan Drake can get stabbed. Kirby can get booted into outer space. You can get gone, gravy, ghosted by the Colonel in a Kentucky Fried Chicken dating simulator. But somehow, these characters... Kirby can get booted into outer space, booted into outer space, outer space, outer space, 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 space. Huh, I almost forgot to talk about Dead Space. In the game Dead Space, your hero, Isaac Clarke, doesn't die. I mean physically, because if I had to stab this needle through my eye, I would be dead inside, too. if you know what I mean. Polly, go ahead and roll clip B3.
Step 1, crawl inside. Step 2, the screws go tight, all around. Cross my heart and hope to die. Stick a needle in your eye.
You know what, Polly? How about you take the day off? Despite this, the developers of Dead Space created animations for when players would inevitably get killed by a door, mauled on the floor, lose a leg, only legs, pineapple, pineapple, oh my god, pineapple, and get smited by a literal god.
You're doing great, Isaac.
Because video games tell 2 stories simultaneously. There's the story of the protagonist and the story of the player. The story of you. You look great, by the way. While Isaac is wrestling aliens and watching friends turn kebab, you're learning new controls, overcoming struggle, and letting curiosity guide you in a bizarrely horrific world. And this duality, the feeling of living 2 lives at the same time, is no better reflected than through a character named Hartman.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Well, you certainly caught me with my pants down.
In a world of walking robots and electric slingshots, of talking puppets and tethered souls, there is nothing stranger than a man with a broken heart.
Sorry, Where were we?
After the Death Stranding took away his family, Heartman developed a rare condition that allows him to explore the afterlife. The only catch? He'd have to die every 21 minutes, 66 times a day, for the rest of his miserable life.
Most of life's basic functions fit rather easily into a 21-minute time slot. Sleep is the tricky one.
He's a genius. In any other world, he would have cured diseases and pioneered new disciplines. But in this one, he's lost.
3 minutes to cardiac arrest.
Because when the consequences of failure are so harsh, when a single death can destroy a civilization, when one misguided stroke can erase a masterpiece, people don't just lose their humanity, they lose their curiosity, the desire to push further and explore.
There's just too much to cover in one go-around.
Who knows, maybe you'll be the one to deliver Heartman back to his family. Or maybe you'll face your own demons in one of gaming's most difficult adventures yet. Polly, we're 6 minutes in, please don't do this to me right now. I don't care if it's your favorite game. This person clicked on a video about death, so we're not doing Talking Animal Friends. Polly, if you don't put on the 2022 Game of the Year right now, I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna put my fist so far up your... This game is hard. This thing's gonna kill you. This thing's gonna kill you. I like this turtle. You don't even want to know about this thing. And there's also a rolling death cabinet. In fact, half the bosses in this game are like if Death Stranding gave you a sword and told you to fight God.
What do you say? Come on!
And Big Fella's not gonna go down in one hit. You are going to have to slash, dodge, and shoot your way for over 20 minutes to take this thing down. But if it hits you just once, you are so dead, man.
Call me Dead Man. I'm well acquainted with the dead.
But despite this, despite the facts that every NPC is lying to you, that you're always one hit away from death, and that these hands have still not paid rent for my nightmares, which they live in, I like this game. Because as I get older, I realize that I don't like games for what they say. I like games for how they make me feel. Because when you're Nathan Drake lunging across shipping containers, you feel like you're outsmarting death at every turn. When you're about to run down a 13-year-old in Fortnite, you feel like, is now or never, baby, school's in session. And when you catch a fish in Animal Crossing, you feel like, hey, I might be able to afford a house one day. All of these untouchable moments that it seems like only games can provide for us. So when you finally killed this thing, after failing over and over and over again, you don't feel like you just beat a video game. You feel like you accomplished something real.
I shot the hell out of that guy, huh?
Yeah, you sure did.
Balatro, Spelunky, Slay the Spire, Vampire Survivors, Banana, Roguelikes, a genre of video games that use randomness to help you embrace uncertainty. Because when you die in a roguelike, most likely to this fucking pigeon, you gotta restart the whole game, trusting that your next run will feel completely fresh thanks to randomized items and enemies, and trusting that I'm going somewhere when I say, for over 70 years my dad has walked the earth,
I just hang around here for fun.
and I've only seen him enjoy 2 games, Solitaire and Solitaire for the iPad.
The very latest in modern convenience.
Then I put Balatro on that iPad, and something happened.
I told you it wouldn't be no trouble. And now?
He sits on the couch like an Olympic lounger, collecting ugly-ass jokers like he is a Harley Quinn cosplayer at Comic-Con, and will sometimes call me just to let me know that he made it to the final level of Balatro but lost?
Sir, if you don't mind.
Because the game is working against him. I need you to know that I have witnessed a man who remembers the moon landing transform into an elite gamer.
That easy.
Because he understands that the best games can take something you love and make it feel fresh every time. And that roguelikes let us build up knowledge like a deck of cards until you play that perfect hand and get to see the credits roll. Which is kind of like how we got right here. Because the idiot you're listening to now has restarted death in video games not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, but 5 fucking times! Because he thought, if you clicked on this video, you deserved a solid 10 minutes of entertainment. Because boy, could he not give that to a woman, if you know what I mean.
You are maidenless.
And he couldn't do it alone. He had to go outside and talk to people and take their ideas and mash them with his own and fail over and over again because he doesn't know what happens to us when we die, but he does know that we are so lucky to be here. on the same big ball at the same time, where we can watch stupid videos and stop obsessing over the worlds we make for ourselves, but just enjoy the beautiful, intricate, infinite worlds made just for us. So if you made it this far, do me a favor. Go outside, go talk to someone, spend your life living every day like it's your first, not your last, because as far as we know, you only got one. And 2 seconds to get your ass off the toilet.
How have you been? I've been really busy.